Hey guys, it's Nimbus. I'm back today. My microphone went out. I don't know what is going on with it, but there was no sound coming out before. So I am not using my microphone. Hopefully the sound sounds okay and it doesn't sound too bad. I know that I have a lot of stuff going on. So hopefully it sounds okay. I turned the music down, so we just really have the fountain going right now. Hopefully that's not too bad. But yeah, anyway, free Palestine. Hopefully I don't get shadow banned anymore. I am shadow banned right now. So yeah. Anyway, I'm still rocking this. Still gonna keep rocking this as much as I can. But yeah, free everybody. It's getting wild and it's crazy. And I don't want to say anything too crazy because I don't want to get banned, but y'all know what to do. My website is open for one-on-ones if you guys would like to purchase a one-on-one. I am donating part of what I make to efforts for people who are very deeply struggling right now around the world. So if you guys would like to join me in doing that as well, please take any money that you guys would like to tip me with and go ahead and just send it their way instead. Just do your own research, make sure you know exactly where the money is going, make sure that you know that the money is going to help immediately the people who need it. Yeah. Various other things too, but that's what the main things that I've been looking for. But yes, it's a wild time we're living in, isn't it? But yeah, I'm thinking to not take too long today with everything. Mostly because I don't want to actually get banned, because I want to be able to keep spreading information about all this stuff. I'm not going to talk too much about any of this stuff today. We all know what to do at this point. We are in a global strike at this point. I will put right here what that entails for the most part. If you can't do all of it, it's not a problem. People have lives, people have jobs, people have kids, people have all this stuff. Nobody's gonna get on you. You're not a bad person if you can't do every single thing on the list, but try your best to do at least some of them, and we can make a difference. We can make something change, and we can make a difference in our world. We just have to believe that we can. Don't sit idly by waiting for somebody else to come in and save the day. We got to do it ourselves. Nobody's going to save us. Nobody's coming in to say, oh, well, you should try this instead. Nobody's going to do that. We got to do it ourselves, and we got to figure it out soon. It's unfortunate, but we have to do it ourselves. Anyway, so with that being said, yes. Let's do a moment of silence really quick, or a moment of waterfalls, for the many, 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 many lives lost around the world in the past couple of years, in the things that we know about and the things that we don't know about. Let's just have a moment of silence for the lives lost, for the people of the world. Okay, guys. Thank you. I just wanted to make sure to do that to at least some way acknowledge the people that we've lost so far. And please remember, for everybody, the people that we've lost are humans. They're not just a number. They're not just, oh, another one got murdered or martyred or whatever. These were human beings all over the world, still suffering from colonial powers. And that's what it boils down to. That's the problem. Capitalism and colonialism, they go hand in hand, along with white supremacy, and there we have the Western world. And they will do everything in their power to make sure that we do not break through that. The people united can never be defeated. So I'm thinking, let's get breathing. If you guys don't want to breathe with me, go ahead and skip to right here. Otherwise, we are going to get breathing. But yeah, so if you guys do want to breathe with me, go ahead, sit up straight. Put your hands flat down on the table in front of you or flat down in your lap. And go ahead and put your feet flat down on the floor. And yeah, so we're going to breathe in through our nose, out through our mouths. Big, deep breaths down into our gut. We're going to do 4 counts in, 4 counts out. No holding, nothing like that. And yeah. Alright, so let's get started. So go ahead and close your eyes and breathe in, out, 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 in, last one, and out. Go ahead and keep your eyes closed and breathe normally for a minute. Release any tension that you may have from your neck all the way down to your toes. Do some neck rolls. Maybe some shoulder rolls. Forward and backwards. Shake out your hands a little bit. Do some ankle rolls. Switch directions. Okay. Take one more deep breath in. And out. Breathe normally. Go ahead and open your eyes. And we are going to get started. It is the 22nd of January. Let's just do a timeless energy check for the day. Alright, Spirit, what is our timeless energy check for the day? just gonna do a general, just a general energy check. There we go. All right. Spirit, what is our timeless general energy check message today? One card at a time, please, Spirit. Spirit, what's our message for the day? There we go. Got the we got the Eight of Pentacles. Definitely a feeling of go find your abundance. Like, go find it. You gotta go get it. We got the Six of Cups reversed. Let's get one more card really quick. Let's see what else comes out. Because with the creating your own abundance, and like going to find your own abundance, I'm sorry. Going to find your own abundance. Okay. Ooh, one card at a time, please, Spirit. The Hermit card did just fly out, but with two other cards. Which I've been talking a lot about the Hermit mode recently. So one card at a time, please, Spirit. Please. With the Six of Cups reversed, it's almost like this. Yeah, it's almost like this energy of like an unrelenting feeling of this is never going to work. Okay, maybe there was like a thing. I just watched a video about this, a live on TikTok about this. He was talking about sometimes we become obsessed with these things and we don't quite realize that we're being obsessive over these things. And it's just something, it's just something that can't, yeah, the Ten of Cups. It's just something that can't work unless we get over it, and then we can have the Ten of Cups. Again, the Eight of Cups and the Ten of Cups just came out upright. Like, you have the good things coming to you. And there may be a little bit of... And it's more so like past situations. Like, it's not like the things that you're doing currently are hurting you. It's more so like the past situations that you can't let go of that got you to where you are right now. You're almost thinking like it's never going to work now. You know, I'm not that person that I was, which is good. You know, you're growing, you're evolving, as you should. But it's almost like this feeling of giving up on something. Yeah, Seven of Cups reversed. It's almost like this feeling of giving up on something that we've been with for so long that it's just going to be a difficult transition. But it doesn't seem like this is a bad thing because you have the Eight of Pentacles, you have your abundance coming in, you have the Ten of Cups. Hang on, I'm sorry. I'm just going to read it right out of the book really quick because this is just, it's pretty much exactly what I was saying. This happily ever after card teaches us happiness is possible, yet not an ideal continuum. All things evolve and change, and the endings lead us to a new beginning. Release and relaxation, emotional contentment, blessings, peace in the house and home, tranquility among friends and family, happiness comes full circle. All things in life are cyclical. You're gonna have these periods of growth, but shedding, because you're not that person who started that growth. You know what I mean? The things that you needed to think while you started healing and growing and doing that, might be different from the things that you have to think about now. You know what I mean? And the things that we used to do, it's not that they're gonna just hurt us, it's that they're not really for us anymore. They're just, we've grown out of these things now. Yeah, temperance. It comes with balance. You have to figure out there's always a give and take, but you also have to do that give and take with yourself. You're going to have to let things go in order to receive your new blessings. You're going to have to, whoa. I don't know if you guys saw that, but that anyway. The Four of Pentacles. The Four of Pentacles. The Four of Pentacles, it's all about he's holding on to it. He's not letting that go. You know what I mean? He's holding that so tightly that he's not even thinking about ever letting that go. And it's almost like this energy of misery loves company. Once you sit there with these things that you're holding on to that you will not let go of because they're familiar to you, you know them, which is understandable. I'm not saying just go ahead and deal with it. If you can't let these things go, take your time. You have to let them go whenever you're ready. But it is also this feeling of you have to do this in order to get to the next level. If you see where you want to go, you might have to do things differently in order to actually get there. Does that make sense? Because once you let these things go, there's more space for your blessings and everything else that you need right now and for the future to come in. If you keep these things from the past that you've been holding onto so tightly, say it's a person or even all the way down to a backpack that's just falling apart, that there's no reason to be carrying it around anymore. There's, there comes a time where you just have to get rid of these things. If they're not working for you, they're not working for you. Excuse me. And if they're not serving you anymore, they're not serving you anymore. And that's just what it comes down to at this point. Once you have grown and evolved past a certain point, you've gotten through the whole, well, I gotta make sure they're happy thing. Or you've gotten past I'm sorry. I don't mean it as this is inevitable, that's the only way to do this. But there should have been this feeling of, okay, well, I know that I'm gonna have to let these things go, and I'm gonna have to be okay with letting things go that I'm really comfortable currently with. Growth doesn't happen in your comfort zone. You have to come out of your comfort zone in order to grow. It's unfortunate and it's terrifying, but the other choice is to not get to where you want to be and to be very upset the whole time that you're holding on to these things that might be hurting you the whole time. And I don't know if this is an addiction or specific, the devil card didn't come out, but I'm almost thinking this is more of a thing and not a person. But it could be. Okay, Nine of Cups just came out. Nine of Cups, you're getting your wish. You're getting these things to come in. But there are always going to be these things that we're not told about immediately about these things. Something that would just be ordinarily a problem, or it might still be a problem. But it's that thing of okay, well, there might be something behind this that you're also going to have to deal with, regardless of it being the thing for you. You know what I mean? There's always going to be a lesson. There's always going to be something else to learn. But with the Nine of Cups coming out, it's more so about yeah, you get what you wanted anyway. The secrets aren't hopefully not deal breakers, But that's all I mean. Like, once you are able to find that person, you know, like, there might be something that they do that just gets you, but, like, does that really outweigh the good? You know what I mean? Like, yes, it's a new person. Yes, these things might be a little frustrating. But isn't this still better than where you were? Like, really? You know, you got to be honest with yourself about these things. Spirit, what other messages do we have? My bad, I'm shaking this a lot. Spirit, what other messages do we have? Okay, Five of Cups. Yeah, I mean, there's going to be a loss. There's going to be some things that happen. But, again, as with the Five of Cups always, there's these two cups that are still standing. You know what I mean? There's these two cups that are still standing that are good and hopefully at least have something in them. You know what I mean? Like, of course, we always focus on what's, you know, all over the floor and what just got spilled. But at the same time, it's like, why not just focus on the fact that we still have stuff in a glass? You know, it's unfortunate. It sucks. It's not a fun feeling. But it's also, right, the Queen of Cups. It's reversed. It's also a very, it's a teaching moment. You know, it might be a little bit of like passive aggressiveness to it too, because it's like, oh my God, I'm losing all this stuff and I'm being told to like look at the bright side, you know, like all this stuff. And it's almost like, it's almost like this overly dramatic energy of, oh, what was it in? I mean, like, I'm picturing like overly dramatic, like soap opera, like, oh my gosh, you know, like that's like really what I'm picturing, you know, like Blanche in the Golden Girls. Basically just her right now, just overly dramatic. Everything is just like, oh no, like everything, you know. Also the most off the wall one, but like, you know what I mean? Well, I guess Sophia is the most off the wall. Anyway, we're not talking about Golden Girls, unless you are one, in which case you're golden. Stay golden. Anyway, but yeah, I mean, it's definitely like this overdramatic energy. And I think Spirit's more so saying stop being dramatic, because it's not nearly as bad as it seems. You know, like it's not a full tower moment. Your life's not getting uprooted. You didn't buy 10 pounds of Moldavite and let it do what it do. You're just learning how to deal with, you know, say, just not talking to somebody you've been talking to for a long time, or not being able to see somebody that's been your friend for a long time. Something like that too. Like, it's not necessarily just you're never talking to this person again. It's just, you know, my friend moved away, you know, this is a true story. My friend moved away across the country a couple months ago, and I mean, I miss him. We can still talk, we can still text, everything, but I mean, it's not the same. You know what I mean? Like, I miss him. There is like that sense of like loss in it, but I still know that he's my friend. I still know that at least I have him for support if I need to. You know what I mean? Like, there's still going to be somebody or something that stays constant in these changes. You know, maybe that's your parent. parent or parents, maybe, who knows. Maybe that's a really good friend, maybe that's a different relative, however it fits for, like, take what resonates and leave what doesn't, but like whatever the relationship is, because I'm not getting like specifics, I'm just getting like my example and stuff. But like there's going to be a constant there. Like, even if it's not a person, like, say, like, you know, maybe your job is changing, but your house is staying the same. You know, stuff like that, too. You know what I mean? Because from how it looks is that these cups that are tipped over are smaller than the ones in the background. Like, these seem much smaller than the ones that are probably at least half full back here. You know what I mean? You know, they're upright, so they gotta at least have something in them. You know? Because, like, again, it sucks when you knock all that stuff over and, you know, now you can't use it. Right. Three of Swords reversed. But it's also... There's not much else that you can do about the sense of loss other than trying to find another way to kind of channel that feeling. Right, the Five of Pentacles reversed. I mean, breakthrough, release of the blockage. I mean, Five of Pentacles upright tends to show some kind of blockage. Reversed tends to show a breakthrough against that blockage, right? So well, and being dramatic isn't necessarily a bad thing. It's more so it gets to be a problem when you refuse to acknowledge that you're being dramatic when you're being dramatic, because not everything is as big of a deal as we make it when we're upset. You know what I mean? Nine of Swords reversed. Exactly. We're getting through these things that have been keeping us up aren't affecting us as much. They're still affecting us, but they're not doing... You know, maybe instead of keeping us up for 8 hours, now it's just keeping us up for 7 hours. But that's still progress. It's unfortunate to think about it that way, but it's still progress. You know what I mean? I only say that because I haven't been sleeping well either. We'll do this one, because that was like almost coming out. We got the Five of Swords upright. And it could be that Spirit's more pointing toward swords. Yeah, I mean, and it could be that there's been people do things that nobody gets sometimes, right? And they do damage to people and they don't realize when the damage was done. And even though we are in pain, just because we're in pain doesn't mean that it's acceptable to cause that damage to other people. And it feels like maybe that's something that you haven't been able to let go. Yeah, Eight of Wands reversed. Yeah, that's what I was saying before, earlier in this video. I mean, kind of along the same lines. There's nobody to come and save you. You have to do this yourself. And it's unfortunate, but I mean, like, you have your spirit team with you, you got your guides, you got everybody with you, and your ancestors and whoever else, but they can only get you so far. You know, they can only do so much for you in the physical. Excuse me, prayer for confirmation. They can really only do so much for you in the physical. And that's not to say that they don't want to help you. It's that there's just not much that they can do. They can tell you all the information that they want to, but if you don't go and apply the information, then what are they going to do? Tell you to do it? They already tried. They gave you the information. I mean, You know what I mean? The Empress reversed. And then the Ten of Wands reversed on the bottom of the deck. It's almost like these feelings of helplessness for yourself has almost made you kind of like harsh towards the people around you. And that's almost, I think, why you really are being guided towards like transformation as opposed to like change. Or I guess like evolution as opposed to like just change. Because like change usually, at least in my mind, it denotes like a really like, you know, you're changing some details, you're tinkering around a little bit. But like evolving is like you are taking big steps. Like you're going from here to here instead of from here to here. You know what I mean? And it's like with that energy that's just so, like with the Empress reversed, that's so much potent energy that when you misuse it and misdirect it, that can like immediately hurt somebody because it's so potent. You know what I mean? I mean, the Empress is all about creation and birthing what it is you want into reality, right? So, gender neutral right now, by the way. Not like you don't have to be a girl or like be a female presenting person to relate to this. This is just like the feminine energy that everybody has. Everybody has feminine and masculine energy. Some people are more masculine and some people are more feminine. Some people, you know, just depends. And it's almost like a jealousy kind of thing over somebody else's stuff or like what they can do or something like that. And Spirit's trying to get you to see, like, look at what you can do. Stop placing the power everywhere else. Look at what you can do. Look inside and do what you need to do. Do what you want to do. Stop looking at what other people have. Stop looking at TikTok altars. Stop looking at, you know, whatever anybody else says on YouTube or TikTok. Like, don't even, like, you don't even have to listen to what the fuck I'm saying. Like, like, but that's my point though. Like, you have to be the one to figure this stuff out. I'm only going to be able to get you so far because I'm only hearing what I'm supposed to hear and to what I'm supposed to guide you to get. You know what I mean? To tell you what you need to hear for the message. But what you do with that information is completely up to you. If you take it and go, oh, okay, that was a cool reading. Bye, thank you. And that's it, that's it. I can't do anything about that afterwards. But yeah, I mean, yeah. I think the main super important thing to remember is that you gotta focus on the blessings coming in as opposed to the things that are leaving. Because when we focus on the things that are leaving, we're focusing on the toxic things, on the things that we don't, that no longer serve us, are like those things. And that's where our energy is going to. So that's the things that are going to come in next. But if we're no longer aligned to those things, then we don't want those things to come in again. We want our next step. We want our new things to come in. We want our better and brighter and whatever things to come in next. And that's also, I guess, why it gets so frustrating too, because then it's just, okay, but like, you know, like King Julian, how long is this going to take? Like, it's that kind of thing. Like, and it's getting a little, like, we may be getting a little impatient, we may be getting a little, like, restless, but it's all gonna happen when it's supposed to happen. And it's all gonna happen along the lines that it's supposed to be. It's unfortunate when it takes forever, when all we want to do is move forward, but moving forward is a lot of work, and it takes a lot of strength, it takes a lot of deciding that this is what you're really gonna do. You know what I mean? It takes some real courage. But yeah, so let's do pride message really quick. We'll do our pride message really quick, and then we'll do our sweary affirmation. Spirit, what's our pride message for today? That one flipped over. Keep on kissing. Sexuality. Embrace your need for affection, sensuality, and expression of desire. Understanding your sexuality and self... Hold up. I'm sorry. My brain just had a total brain fart. Anyway, understanding your sexuality and self come hand in hand. It's inevitably part of the process on your journey to self-discovery. True, though. Pause. But true. No, but seriously. And it could be that part of this next step is learning more clearly who you are. Not necessarily gay, straight, whatever. But yeah, you have, yeah. It's a safety pen, gay safety pen. Safety. It's okay not to lay all your cards on the table. Always know that if you don't feel safe, you don't have to do it. However, unsafe is not uncomfortable. Unsafe is not uncomfortable, necessarily. If you're about to cliff jump, or cliff dive, whatever it is, and you don't want to do it, don't do it. If Spirit told you to cliff dive, and you don't feel safe doing it, don't do it. However, if Spirit is guiding you to, you know, say, move across the country or something like that, and you're just scared, and it's not like, oh, I don't want to move there because blank. It's just, I'm worried about being by myself, or I'm worried about having my own house, whatever it is. Spirit wants you to know that it's not Spirit, God, Source, whatever you want to call it, the universe, whatever. It's not... It's not a negative thing to want yourself to be safe. But you can't let that get in the way of your growth. Like, yes, we all want to be safe. We all want to do things that are comfortable for us. But usually, a lot of the things that are going to help us grow, or really most often, they're going to be things that make us feel uncomfortable. But, you know, a lot of people don't like roller coasters. For what they are, they're relatively safe. Accidents happen. Shit happens. It is what it is. You know, but it's also not this whole thing of you just have to be jealous of what other people have and then scared to make your own moves. Like, that's definitely not where you need to be. There has to be this balance between what you want to have and what you do have. Because otherwise, if you're focusing on what other people have only instead of what you have, and like say you want to get there, you're doing it in a lack mindset, and that's where you're gonna stay, because you're only thinking about it in the sense of, I don't have that, I need that, I want that instead, I don't have that here, I need that, you know. As I was doing that, this card came out. It's a little beanie that says love on it. It says diversity. Understanding our differences enhances acceptance. Save your energy for those who celebrate the magic you bring to the table. Period. Yeah. And the people who celebrate you and the people who want to celebrate you and love you and really will love you are the people who are coming in, filling these spots of people who didn't. 444 as I say that. Excuse me, birth for confirmation as well. The people coming in next are, you know, your soul family, your whatever you want to call it. They're coming in to finally be with you. Whether that's your significant other, just a really close group of friends, whatever it is, however it aligns to you, is what's coming in next. Once you are able to shed these final things off. Because that's really what it is now. It's these last little bits that you got to get rid of. You know? It's these last little things. Like, yes, it's right around the corner. But you also might just have to take that backpack off and sprint to it really quick and get there. And then figure out what it is that you can take with you. You know what I mean? Like an airport. You know, you can see where you got to go the whole time, but you got to take your backpack off. You got to take everything off to get through the metal detectors and stuff. You know what I mean? You got to take some extra steps in order to get to where you actually want to be. It's going to take some extra steps because it's never going to work how we planned it. But yeah, let's see what our sweary affirmation is for the day. That right there. All right. Spirit, what's our sweary affirmation for today? Get up and show the world you're a fucking legend. Period. Amazing. Because no matter what, you are you. Period. There's no other you, and nobody can do what you do the same way that you do it. Regardless of what it is that you do. There's nobody that can do what you do the way that you do it. We are all completely unique people who are all having the human experience while existing simultaneously with other human beings who are doing the same thing, living out the human experience, trying to figure this out, living, doing the human thing. So, especially because the person who we could be looking at, who we're comparing ourselves to, who we're competing with, those people could be looking at us the same way. You know, like, oh, I wish I had what she had, I wish I had what he had, they had, whatever, whoever. And it's like, they really could be doing the same thing, thinking about what other people have because they think that what they have isn't good enough either. So, like, then you're comparing yourself to somebody who also doesn't think that they're adequate enough. And then they're probably comparing themselves to somebody who also doesn't think that they're adequate enough. So then it's like this whole, everything is cyclical. You go through it, and at some point you just have to figure out that you need to get through that. And you need to be done with that. You know what I mean? That is all I am seeing for you guys today. I do thank you guys for watching this. If you guys stayed till the end, please like, share, comment, subscribe. Please do let me know if this resonated. Please let me know if it didn't. Just be nice. But yeah, my one-on-ones are, again, open on my website at NimbusThePoet.com. A portion of what I make will be going towards donations. And if you guys would like to tip me, I would also like you guys to join me in donating to different organizations around the world for the people. And And yeah, free watermelon, free everybody. Liberation is just around the corner for everybody. And if you don't want it for everybody, then you're the problem. Deal with it. The tides are changing. Change is happening now, today, for the last couple of weeks, all the way. I mean, what, Pluto just went into Aquarius. We got it going. It's starting. Just get ready, because it's going to take off soon. Don't get left behind. I love y'all. I love y'all, okay? I will catch y'all in the next video. Y'all be safe. Have the day that y'all deserve. And yeah, I love y'all. Peace.